Shore Living. I'm sure you've heard about a lot of different design techniques, whether it's traditional, maybe it's Soho chic, maybe it's bed and breakfast, it could be contemporary. Well, we're going to focus our attention on one of the latest design styles, which is called Farmhouse.
Farmhouse chic is what I call it.
It is good to have you here with us. I'm Laura Duffick. This lady is Ann Sutmar, and she brings us the great line of North Shore Living.
Yes.
Soft, cozy, and oh my gosh, it's a blanket, a true blanket.
It's the first time we've ever had a blanket size Sherpa with that design element. This is Farmhouse. You know, if you're a fan of the Home and Garden channel and you watch the show, they're designing homes with shiplap and the old distressed barnwood, and you don't have to have that style to love a blanket like this. It's timeless, it's classic, and it's huge.
It is
so
big.
Whether you're getting the queen or the full queen.
Want to take this end right here? Let's do it.
King.
Oh, you want to do this
Sure.
one? Okay, let's do it.
You're getting two different experiences. You're going to get that really pretty kind of a rustic chic look on one side. This is called the navy buffalo check. The other side, unexpected gray Sherpa.
Yeah, beautiful.
And again, when you see this and when you run your fingers through it, our Sherpa here at Evine is extra long, and it's got that little bit of extra plush.
Yeah, you can really run your fingers through it. This one is 476768. You're going to want to hang on to that item number because I know you're going to want one of these. This is different than anything else that we do because, as Ann mentioned, it is a true blanket. You're going to order full queen or king, and the price doesn't change. It is $29.99, and they have now set this at a super bargain price, so the savings is just tremendous. Now, the full queen, 90 by 90. The king is 90 by 104. And you called this navy?
That's navy buffalo.
The
whole look of a buffalo check is that big chunky check. So navy buffalo. Then we have it in the solid navy.
But the reverse on that is still gray.
It's still gray. And look at the whip stitching.
Sure.
That's, super cute. On each one of them, you've got that really kind of very rustic whip stitch.
Beautiful.
Then we have my favorite. This is the garnet buffalo. So the big buffalo check down in that garnet red.
That is perfect.
And I think of French country homes when I see that look for some reason. Then we have the solid garnet, which is really true cherry red.
And then the one you have?
And this is called multi-plaid. So this is kind of the most traditional look. The most, I would say, if you have a lot of historic furniture, antiques, you'd like a more traditional
I think
home.
it looks a little bit like the guys, right? That would
a
be
guy would love this. Absolutely.
You know, if you have bunk beds, you have little boys. If you're looking at one of these for your son, I think that would be fantastic. How about, dorm rooms?
Dorm rooms.
Which I think this would be perfect. Now, because it is classified as a blanket.
Yes.
Can we still use this as top of the bed? I'm thinking
you could in the summertime, in the spring. I don't want something heavy on my body as my top of bed. I sleep under everything that I have on my bed. I don't fold down my comforter. I sleep under everything.
Right.
This would be a really pretty top of bed. You could use it as your blanket. You know what? I would also not hesitate to bring it to the couch and use it as a throw, because even though it's blanket size, you know what you could do, just kind of double it up, take it from the center.
Kind of throw it over the side.
And just kind of do that.
Why not do that? I think that's a great idea. With this one in particular, and this one was called the Navy Buffalo, this one really has the navy tone, but it also has the light blue in it.
It does. It has that really pretty, almost like a spa blue, a turquoise blue.
And the white. So you could play off any one of those three colors. You may have light blue sheets that would work out so great with this. But this is the one thing I want to impress upon everyone. First of all, North Shore Living, it's our brand, right, Ann?
Exactly.
And it means that we can do fantastic things like this when it is our brand. This is a blanket, and I'm a stickler. I know Ann is too. When it's a blanket, it's a blanket. When it's a throw, it's different. And really, the defining point is the size. So this, if you choose the full queen, it's going to be 90 by 90. If you choose the king, it's 90 by 104. A standard throw is 50 by 60. Now you can see the difference between a throw and a blanket. This is meant to be on your bed, and you're meant to snuggle underneath it. Now, as Ann mentioned, you could take it off and bring it to the couch.
You can put it anywhere. I'm going to ask my producer if we can go rogue a little bit here. There is a bed right over Laura's right shoulder. Would we be able to walk over there?
Do you want to take the one that you have there?
Let's take them all. We've got 10 minutes.
Okay.
And we're not offering this again this evening, or today.
I'm going to throw this one over first.
So we're going to show you first the navy buffalo, and I love doing this, Laura, because number one, this really shows the pattern well, and it shows you how big
and
this
you know what? Let's think
is.
about this for a second too, everybody. Do you have white sheets? I think a lot of us. You may want to pull down on your end a little bit, Ann. If you have a set of white sheets, And this is what I meant. And by the way, these are coming up, so this obviously doesn't go along with it, but it still gives you the idea. If you have beautiful white sheets, and maybe you even have like a white quilt to do at the very end, when you look at the choices within this blanket, think about the pieces you already have at home and how you're going to give them new life.
Love it.
By just bringing this home. So this size that we work with in the studio is the full queen. That's the 90 by 90. One thing I want to point out is, Ann, we even have extra room here at the top. It's all the way down in the front, and even the sides. That's that big, oversized look.
To your point a minute ago, this could be top of bed, Laura.
Yeah.
Because it is big enough. It's an oversized blanket. It's a little bit bigger dimensions than a typical blanket. This, with a set of gorgeous white sheets, is perfection. I've got another one over here we can try. Let's try this.
Sure, I'll leave this one off to the side.
I think that's the right direction. This is called multi-plaid. So we were going from the navy buffalo check.
Oh, I like the red
Yeah,
in
I do
here.
too. I mean, a guy would love this. If you have a hard to buy for brother, son, father.
Well, think about this. Let's stop for just a second. Because this is a traditional plaid that you would find in a lot of like a tie or, socks that guys would wear. If you have, now think about birthdays in this month or the next, Father's Day is not that far off.
It's
Maybe
not.
this is a gift for Father's Day. Maybe this is something for a brother's birthday where you're like, gosh, I'm always stuck for what to get him. This would be a wonderful, and they would use it.
They would use it. The biggest surprise I've gotten is when I've been gifting throws to people for years and blankets too. I did hesitate when I started doing that to give it to the guys, my uncle and my brother and guys. They are the most appreciative.
Really?
More than women, because nobody gives guys things like this. But of course they'd use it. They'll sleep with it. They'll watch TV with it. They'll cuddle with it. They'll feel good.
They like to cuddle too.
And of course they do. They have stressful lives just like we women do.
Yeah.
And so don't hesitate to
No,
give this
not
to
at all.
everybody that you love.
Now, you know what? Another thing is I'm looking at this solid navy. What happens, and I know you have a puppy at home, what happens if you put this over your sofa? Because when you're gone, you know that your dog is going, great, I'm glad she's gone, I'm going to go to the sofa. Because no matter how many times you tell them no, as soon as you're out the door, they're like, oh, thank goodness they left.
I've got the hair on the sofa to prove it. And when I'm gone, it's free for all. But no, great point. This could be your furniture protector.
Put it right over the top.
Just tuck it in the cushions, and it's definitely big enough to go on a full-size, 8-foot couch. Or 7-foot couch.
Before we bring out the next color, everyone, let's remind you what we're doing here. Because if you just joined us, we're having a little party here. Because this is one of those exceptional buys that we're really, really proud about here at Evine. Because North Shore Living is our brand here. So when we do something like this, we extend the value more than ever before. Give Evine a try. Give North Shore Living a try. Every time you see North Shore Living, you're going to see Ann Sutmeyer here taking you through all of the great features. This one is a blanket. You need to choose a size. Is it going to be full queen at 90 by 90, or is it going to be king at 90 by 104? One side will be micro plush. The other side is going to be that faux Sherpa. Beautiful whip stitching that goes all the way around, and all you have to do is wash and dry. We're going to continue through the colors, but the item number is 476768. And one of the great things about this, everybody, is not only using it like a blanket, but we're showing you almost using it like top of the bed, which is nice.
And we're entering into that time of year where everyone's so happy that snow is melting. It's getting warmer in all parts of the country. And you want to take out
Promise?
You'd never know it by what's outside our window right now, right? Big snowstorm. But you don't want that heavy comforter. You don't want that big chunky thing on your bed. You want a lighter weight.
Look at how cute
now,
this is.
This was the first one I purchased, Laura, because I'm in love with buffalo checks for one thing, but it just reminded me of like a French country cottage.
And see, I see an Italian restaurant.
Italian restaurant. Okay, there we go.
I see a little basket of bread and a bottle of wine.
I see that too, now that you said that. Absolutely.
How fun would this be? You know what? I would take this and I would picnic with it.
And you know what? Get that Italian food. Spill spaghetti, get the pizza sauce on here. You wash and dry it. It comes out like a dream. One of the true tests of a linen product is what that dryer screen looks like after you dry it.
Good question.
So
yeah, go for that.
Literally nothing, virtually nothing on my dryer screen. It does not shed. It comes out beautifully. Here's the garnet.
Now this garnet, I think red is one of those power colors. You may use it for fashion or for dressing. But when you have red in a home, it's that pop. It's that punch of color. But Ann, you did something very special with this during the holiday season.
I did. I use this as a Christmas tree skirt. So I kind of chunked it and, wrapped it around the base of my Christmas tree. And I can't tell you, people would walk into my home and I had lots of beautiful decorations. The first thing they do goes, where did you get that Christmas tree skirt? Because they can be expensive.
Yeah.
Not a skirt at all.
No. And now you're still using it.
And now I'm using it as a blanket.
You wash it, you dry it, and now you're still using it. Look at how soft that's going to be. Think about that against your skin and your legs and how good that's going to feel. The interesting thing is when you see something like this, obviously on the bed it's fantastic. I would use this all year long, just top sheet and this.
Completely.
But if you want to take it off your bed, bring it down to the sofa. This is movie night.
It does. Even though it says blanket, I use it as a throw. I use it on my leather
couch. There you go, right on the couch.
Bring it, put one in your car, in the inclement weather, although that's leaving us. But I think the versatility of this, if you are on a budget and you're thinking, I can only get a couple pieces for my home right now, this one has so many different purposes. Use it as a top of bed. Get one of our great sheet sets. Put this on top of it. You're basically done because our pillows look like shams. I mean, the ones you just saw could be front and center in your bed. Be a really affordable way for you to make a new bed for your home. Our producer Brandon just said his daughter sleeps with this.
Yeah, I think kids are going to be attracted to this. Forewarning, you may have to share when the grandkids come over. When your kids crawl into bed, they're going to be like, "Oh, this is great." May end up wandering to their room. So that's why you want to make sure you get an extra one for yourself. This is a phenomenal buy. I hope before they're all gone, because here's the caveat, everyone. It's not coming back. That's why we have a terrific value on it right now. I hope you can get one of these. Take that item number. That's 476-768. You call in. You pick your color. You can pick several of these. There's no limit. Full queen or king. Full queen is 90 by 90. King is going to be 90 by 104. And you have something that you will look back on and say, I love the size of this, that oversized, whether it's full queen or king. And the colors, there's something uplifting. North Shore Living and Cozell, a brand that I represent here, there is a common denominator. Number one, those are both proprietary brands here. But the other thing is both brands like to introduce color.
Yes. And so many customers have remarked over the years, I've never seen that before in a sheet set. I've never seen that look before in a blanket, because you literally have not seen it. So when you buy anything from Cozell or North Shore Living, they are exclusive. You're not going to find that look anywhere else in the country. Not only that, today is an hour where we're giving you at least 50% off of everything. So I'm really proud that no matter what you pick up, I know you're going to love it. I don't have any hesitation in feeling that way. I sometimes kind of imagine what people's first reaction is on their first buy from Evine and Linens. Number one, you're going to be astounded at the quality.
Love it. And I hope you look back and really see the feel. And let's go through. Navy?
Yep.
Navy
Buffalo.
Okay, that one right there.
That is multi-plaid.
Next up.
Navy, garnet plaid, and garnet.
And garnet. Do choose one, everyone. Very simple to be able to give us a call. One other option, if you're still sitting on the fence and going, oh, I know that's a good buy. Love to be able to have one of those. Let us take it one step further for you, because it's as simple as being able to use Value Pay. Those are interest-free payments, $5, to be able to get the color of your choice home and the size that you need before that color or that size sells out. And so I hope that you can pick up on one of these. I hope you get all snuggled down in there, feel great comfort, a little stress reliever too, right, to feel comfortable and good. This is another one of those great finds that we're thrilled to be able to bring to you from one of our terrific brands here at Evine called North Shore Living. This is the perfect time to introduce you to Jasmine. Jasmine is an 800 thread count brushed, 100% cotton, a three-piece quilt set. Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Duffick. We're going to be talking North Shore Living with the North Shore Living gal herself, Ann Sutmar.
Hello.
How do you like Jasmine?
I love a Jasmine, and you know what? The fact that it's 100% cotton, Laura,
big deal.
That means many of you out there are listening to that, but normally you don't see a thread count associated with a quilt.
Right.
We're giving you 800 thread count cotton.
Unbelievable.
So when you think about that in the world of luxury sheets, you are at the penthouse level, as good as it gets in terms of thread count for durability, and of course, the fabric that we love, is cotton.
Yes, we're going to talk and take you through all of the key points of this because this is a really big deal. I mean, not only is it the 800 thread count and it's the cotton, but we've got a phenomenal buy for everyone and some great colors that are left for you too. This one is going to be a full queen split. We have the twin available, and there's also king size. Now, the price doesn't change. You just choose your size and take a look at this, everyone. There's colors to be able to choose from. On the bed right now is seafoam.
We have the seafoam.
And, oh my gosh, be still my heart, this coral.
Isn't that pretty? And then we have sand.
And sand is going to be just that simple, sweet, neutral. All right, and probably the first place I want to start with this one is I think we should just kind of go over quilts in general and how we use quilts.
Well, you and I were talking about that earlier today, about how the resurgence of quilts over the past 3 or 4 years has been crazy. You can't go to any specialty boutique or retailer without seeing those quilts with high price tags. But what's happened with quilts, my mom was a quilter and made me beautiful quilts. I still have a couple of them. The quilts of days gone by were a little bit more traditional looking. They had the patchwork quilt and the star quilt and the rainbow quilt, and you notice that stitching. This is a modern take on a quilt. So we simply have sewn through box stitching